Good morning, my beautiful wellness family. It's your girl Tiffany, aka Tiff, and I am back with another morning wellness video chit chat for you guys. Okay, call it what you will. So yes, it is 6 a.m. you guys, and it is time for us to talk all things wellness, you guys. So I have implemented this on my channel moving forward, you guys, every morning before we get in that living room and get in those two lifts, because you guys know on this channel I get in two lifts a day, Monday through Friday, you guys, and I do share one of those lifts with you guys every single morning. It is two lifts, it is 3 sets per lift, 6 to 15 reps per set, and it takes me about 30 to 35 minutes roughly, you guys, and I do not play around about my lifts. I lift heavy, you guys, and I stay consistent. Remember what I tell you guys all the time on this channel: consistency is king and repetition is his queen. So I do, it's just like brushing my teeth. I don't even think about my 2 lifts a day. Saturday and Sunday are my active rest days, so you guys do know I do implement Sexy Saturday on this channel every Saturday. It's my only day off of the week, you guys. So I don't play around about my Sexy Saturdays. So I definitely would love for you guys to tune in for those. Go check out the previous Sexy Saturdays. We just had Sexy Saturday number 4. So I am numbering them, you guys, because like I said, they're serious to me. I don't play about my Sexy Saturdays. And then Sunday, it's just a day for myself, you guys. I don't put out any videos on Sunday at all. It is my Monday. It's a pretty heavy work day for me at the job. So I say all that to just say, you guys, I have locked in, like I do with everything else in on my wellness journey. You guys know that's what this channel is all about: simplifying wellness. You guys, I'm dropping all the tea, all the jewels, all the tips, all the tricks, the wellness secrets that I've implemented in my wellness journey, you guys, that have made it so easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I am now sharing that with you guys, my wellness family. So that's what it's all about. And so I've locked in on a schedule for you guys. So yes, so I'm going to bed now, you guys, at 8:30 p.m. That is my bedtime now, you guys. And I'm getting up at 4 a.m. just so I can still get in everything that I need to get in the morning, you guys. I'm very spiritual. I love the Lord. So I have to have my time with him in the morning. Me and him have to chat every single morning. The same way I chat with you guys, I have deep, in-depth conversations with my God. And then I fiddle faddle around this house, you guys. You guys already know. If you don't know, I make my pre-workout cocktail, you guys, so I can get that down before I get in this living room and get in these lifts. But now I am implementing a 6 a.m. morning wellness chit chat with you guys every single morning. It just makes it so that I free up my evenings for myself, you guys, because when I come in, I remember we talked about it yesterday. If you guys didn't watch the OMAD video I just dropped, go back and watch it. Yeah, I have my one hot meal. I take my shower or my Epsom salt bath, you guys. I get to winding down 30 minutes before bed, like around 8 p.m. I have my sleepy collagen tea. We've talked about that on this channel, and we're going to talk about that many, many more times. This video is not that. But yes, I have my sleepy collagen tea, you guys, and I knock out. So I can get in that 7 hours of sleep, 7 hours plus. I am, of course, you always want the 8, but life be life in, y'all. Life be life in. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm glad I said that. Let me just take a sip of this, you guys. I always keep my spoon with me because I want to make sure, if you guys don't know, my pre-workout cocktail, you guys, is just a few cubes of ice, a splash of apple cider vinegar, 2 scoops of my Alani Hawaiian shaved ice pre-workout, and 2 scoops of creatine. I don't play about my pre-workout cocktail that I drink every single morning, you guys, for all the different benefits that it gives me. If you don't, you haven't done your research on creatine, on apple cider vinegar, you don't really need to do research on pre-workout. It just gives you the oomph that you need to get it in. But yeah, so let me just take a sip of this real quick, you guys. More like a gulp. I love the taste. Apple cider vinegar gives it a beautiful tang. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's get into this. So what we are discussing this morning, you guys, are how I have completely rid myself, you guys, and I am on a time limit too. I be watching this clock now, you guys. I try not to. I'm giving you guys 30 minutes. That's the max, 30 or less. Okay, that's what these videos are gonna be. And I'm gonna touch on, before I get into this, I'm gonna touch on all topics of wellness. We're gonna talk every single morning. You guys got me, Monday through Friday. Okay, Monday through Friday. We're going to talk all things wellness, you guys. You're always going to get that one lift from me every single morning. Again, except Saturdays and Sundays. Those are my active rest days. Sexy Saturday, and then we have Sunday. And Sunday is my Monday. So Sunday is just a day for myself. I got to have a day for myself, you guys. We've got to remember, wellness is mind, body, and spirit. It's not just all about the movement and what we're putting in our mouth, and all of that, those great things that we have to do to keep ourselves well, you guys. A lot of it is also this here, your mental and your spirit, your heart. Where is that at? So when you can when all three of those things come together, like I always say, and form a beautiful communion, I call it the Trinity of Wellness. And when you can lock in on all three of those areas, you guys, you are winning. It's fail-proof. You're going to win. You're going to see results. You're going to feel good. You're going to make others feel good. You're going to shine bright like a freaking diamond, okay? I promise you. I promise you. So, yeah. So, we still have to, we have to make that time for ourselves, okay? We can pour out for others, but if we don't pour into ourselves, you guys, there's nothing to give anyone else, okay? It's just, or whatever you are giving is just, it ain't even worth their time or yours, okay? So, yes. So, topic. Let's get back to topic. Okay, so what I want to discuss is what I was tapping into a little bit yesterday when we were talking about how I've simplified OMAD, you guys. Is just simplifying your journey, period, okay, right? So, I do not have rules anymore, okay? I locked in March 7th, 2025. It's been 1 year of me sticking to all of these principles and things and, goals and just tips and tricks and things that I talk about on this channel, you guys. I've locked in for 1 year. So I've done the experiment. You know what I'm saying? I've done my homework. I've done my research. I understand the assignment, and the light bulb has come on. So you're going to have to trust me. You really are going to have to trust me. I know you don't know me, right? So that's what the whole point of you tuning in with me for, is to get to know me, so you understand that I'm not going to steer you wrong. Like, this is, and I'm not saying that everything I'm doing or telling you to do is going to work for you. I'm not, because that's where formulating what you learn from others, right? Because we do learn something new every single day, especially if you're on YouTube. There's so much information out there, but you take that information and you make it your own. That's what I've done, and that's what I want to help show other people, you guys, my wellness family, those that have subscribed, those that are tuning in. That's what I'm here to do. That's what this channel is all about, you guys. I don't care about anything else but helping somebody else, So truly, that's what the Holy Spirit told me to do. Start this YouTube channel, you guys, and I'm very, very obedient these days. Okay, so yeah, so. Okay, so we don't have rules. We don't do rules anymore. I don't do rules. I throw them out the window. I'm gonna make this doesn't even have to be a long video. No more rules. And what I mean by rules is, I don't know about you guys, but I have been on a wellness journey pretty much most of my life. I'm 48 years old. I just turned 48 March 1st. I say that I tell you guys that all the time, because I want you to understand that I'm not new to this, okay? I know about the ups and the downs and the roller coaster ride that a wellness journey can take you on, especially when you have not made it your own. You are literally jumping around from thing to thing to thing, and everybody has all these freaking rules, okay? The world is so full of them, right? You got to do it like this. If you want to fast, you can't have this. Don't drink that. It has to be in this window, locked in. If it's OMAD, it's one plate. That's it. It's so many freaking rules, you guys. You got to get 10,000 steps every single day, not a step less. You know what I mean? Or you are not going to see results. You've got to be in the gym, and you've got to do it 4 days a week, and you got to have the perfect split, and you got to be on these specific, workout machines, and you got to be in there exactly 90 minutes. That's what the research said. No, you do not. It's all a lie from the pit of hell. I promise you guys, okay? It is. And it's not even so much purposely done. It's that the people that you're following have not gotten the whole idea or wrapped their head around making wellness their own. So they're doing the same thing that you're doing. They're regurgitating something that they've got off somebody else's YouTube channel, or somebody, or that they've heard from someone else, or some book that they've read, and they are now regurgitating that to you and feeding you that, and you're and telling you how you have to do it this way. You don't have to do anything. You don't. Okay. What you do have to do, what I have learned, you guys, is consistency. Consistency is freaking king. And that is not like just some cliche phrase that people just throw around. It's real. Consistency is key. That is the one thing that I've done. That's the only thing that I've actually done. Let me explain. Okay. So I just wanted to, okay, so here's my journal, right? I have a journal, right? This is one of my daily goals, is to actually write in my journal every single day. So meditation, I call it meditation. You call it what you want. That's what I call it when I journal, is part of my daily goals. So I just want to give you guys an example of daily goals for myself, okay? You guys can't see this. You really can't see this, but I'll explain. Okay, so every day, I pretty much write out like what my goals are going to be for the day. And they're always the same. Like I said, repetition makes your wellness journey super, super, super simple. And that is the goal. You guys, we're not trying to complicate this. So you want to keep everything repetitious, because it's just like how you don't forget to wake up and brush your teeth, right? Because you've been doing it for so many years, the same time, or, even if it's not the same time, every morning, that's what you do, right? You do not forget. I mean, you probably have your times. Everybody's had their time when you forget, and you're like, oh my God, I forgot to brush my teeth. Like, it's a big deal, because it's it's in you. It's embedded in your freaking DNA that I wake up in the morning and I brush my teeth. If you do the same thing with your wellness journey, you guys, if you make it so repetitious, you do the same things all the time, stick to the same things. I know it sounds like, oh, that's so boring, but what are you in this for? Do you want to be entertained by your wellness journey, or do you want to work this thing so that you still have a life? You know what I'm saying? You still can enjoy life, and wellness is just a part of it. So it all flows beautifully, right? So we're not trying to turn it into a freaking circus act. That's what we're not doing. We're not doing that. Our morning routines, our evening routines, all of that has to flow so that it just naturally, you just do it. Okay? So that's what we're talking about here. So for instance, so today's Tuesday, I have the date written down. I weigh myself every single morning. That's just something that I do. I've always done that. It's not like I'm obsessed with my weight. I just like to know. It's information. I'm very much big on research. I'm a research head, and I just love information. It just lets me know, like, oh, okay, you're pretty much, and I do not fluctuate anymore. I used to be all over the place. Now my weight pretty much stays consistent, you guys. I started this thing at 190 pounds, March 7th. I am now 142. My new low was 142.2. I forgot to share this with you guys. I actually hit a new low, and that was 2 days ago. I am 142 pounds. So I lost that 0.2, right? I'm down to now I'm like sitting right at that 142. So I feel like I'm going to break through to the 141 any day now, and I'm super excited. I haven't seen 141. I don't even remember a time when I was 141. I don't. The last time my goal weight has always been 145 pounds. And the last time I weighed 145 pounds, I was 18 years old. I was going to the military. I was going to the Army. Okay. So that's how long ago that was. So the 141, I'm sure I was 141. Don't remember. Okay. So it's a big deal for me, you guys. So anyways, I write down my weight. So then break fast, start fast. So I do intermittent fast. We talked about that yesterday. So my goal, right, this is a perfect example. My goal for intermittent fasting, you guys, I want to hit about 16 hours of fasting a day, right? That's the goal. So I break my fast typically around 12 p.m. when I come in from the warehouse. I'm a delivery driver. I showed you guys, I've showed you, I've made the shake for you. We talked about it yesterday in depth. Please go back and watch these videos, you guys. I can't repeat myself on every single video and catch everybody up. There's no way. Like right now, we're already at 14 minutes. It's supposed to be a 30-minute video. So I can't do that. So you have to go back and watch the videos, okay? And I don't say that because I want you to just go watch my videos. I do want you to go watch my videos because they're very informative. That's what I'm on here for. This is not an entertainment channel. You're never going to see me vlogging with the kids in the car and we're going to get ice cream. This is a wellness, tea dropping, game giving channel. That's what I'm here for. Straight up. No fluff. Okay. So if you guys, you want that type of deal, then there's so many channels out there that do that. That is not what I'm here to do, you guys. I'm here to give you the freaking game for free. for freaking free, okay? I don't edit on this channel. I don't do voiceovers on this channel. You're not going to hear music playing in the background. I don't have fancy thumbnails. None of that. It's none of that, okay? It's none of that. It's straight up raw, real advice, tips, jewels, wellness, game. Don't let me start, because I'll go off into a damn tangent about what this is all about, okay? But you're gonna know. If you watch my videos, you'll get to know me, and you're gonna see I don't play, right? I don't play. It's all about the wellness for me, and it's all about me sharing that with you guys. My testimony, I'm sharing it. That's what I'm doing, okay? For free. Okay, so intermittent fasting. So 16 hours is my goal, right, for the day. So I break my fast at 12 p.m. with my protein nutrient shake. I get in that 110 grams of protein, get it out the way, right? Sip on that for like 4 hours, like I told you guys yesterday. I come in from deliver after, and so I make my shake. I get back to, and then I go out to deliver my route. I've picked up my packages. I'm fasting the whole morning. All I have is this pre-workout cocktail, right? I don't consider this breaking my fast. People could say, oh, you're breaking your fast. Again, we don't do rules over here. Rules are out the window because it makes no sense. You do not have to be so anal about every little thing, because all that's going to do, you know what that's going to do? It's going to make you quit. You're going to quit. We're not robots. This is not AI. This is real life, okay? We're real life human beings. So you're not going to die because you put, now if you are one of those that are like, no, I want to pure fast, perfectly fine. Leave out the pre-workout. Put the apple cider vinegar and the creatine in the water. You're good. Okay? So there's ways around it all. If you are one of those people that just want to do it that way, fine, you can do it. But if you ain't, don't stress your brain. It's not that serious. So anyways, this is all I have, right? 2 lifts. I get in my fat loss, 60-minute fat loss walk before I get out the door to work, and I fast till 12 o'clock. Break my fast with the protein nutrient shake that I have every single day. Same ingredients. I just switch up the frozen fruit from time to time, or I leave out the oatmeal from time to time. But same ingredients, okay? Same, my body knows is to expect that protein and that collagen, you know what I'm saying, in that shake and that fruit and those chia seeds. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds every single day, right? And then I do not eat until I come in from delivering my packages, you guys. And I try to typically, especially now that I'm going to bed at 8:30, I want that meal done by 8 p.m. 8 p.m., right? So 12 to 8, 16 hours, 16-hour fast. I have my OMAD, my 1 meal a day. I don't consider my protein shake a meal. 1 meal a day, 1 hot meal a day in the hours of 12 to 8 p.m. That is the goal. That is my daily goal. I'm striving for that, right? That's the challenge, right? If I do not hit that goal for any reason, life gets to lifing, because that's what life is going to do. We are not robots, so this is real life over here. My minimum is 12-hour fast. We're not even going to say, oh, my minimum is 14 hours. Of course it is. Of course it is. If I can't get 16, I want 15. If I can't get 15, I want 14. My floor minimum is 12 hours. Because if you guys do your research, I've done mine, 12-hour fast is a beautiful fast. That's beautiful. If you can do 12 hours, if you stop eating at 10 p.m. and you don't eat again until 10 a.m. every single day, it's amazing for health. Amazing. So many benefits. Autophagy, all the same things that you get from fasting. You do not have to kill yourself and go do a 4-day fast every 2 days. You do not have to, like I used to do. You don't have to do ADF like I used to do. Eat every other day. Don't give your body nutrients one day. Give your body nutrients the next day. You don't have to do any of those things. Those are great. They have their benefits. You can do them if you want to, right? But it is not a necessity for you to get this fat loss and for you to body recomp and for you to feel amazing and for you to have clarity. It's not a necessity. So again, 16 hours is the goal. 12 hours is the minimum. That gives you a wide range for life to life, okay? That's what I do. And I write that down. I write when I break my fast and I write when I start my fast in my journal, you guys. And then number 1, I put like what the meals are. So 1, protein nutrient shake. You guys, we just discussed that. 2, OMAD meal. I write down what I ate. It's not like I'm saying, like, I don't count calories. You guys, we don't count calories. I'm checking the time, 18 minutes, let's go. We don't count calories on this channel. That's completely out. That to me, that's another thing. That's like rules again, right? We're living by rules. We're not a calculator. Our bodies are not calculators. We are human beings. Intuitive eating is a thing, okay? Because there are some days when I have my protein nutrient shake, and then when I get to my OMAD meal, my 1 hot meal, you guys, I am freaking hungry. I'm like, yeah, let's go, babe. What did you cook? What did you make? My husband My beautiful husband makes my dinner every single night. You guys, I'm a lucky, lucky girl. And I'm so excited. Like sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I'll clean the entire plate. Then there's times when I have to tell him like, babe, what did you make? Okay, can you save that for tomorrow? I'm not really hungry. I do want to get some more nutrients into my body. So I just want boiled eggs tonight in my sleepy collagen tea. I do that. It just depends. It just depends because we have to listen to our bodies, you guys. We are not robots. So this whole thing of you got to have 3,000 grams of protein to get. No, you don't. No, you don't. We're going to get to that too. Matter of fact, let's get to it now. So my protein goal is 100 plus grams of protein every single day. And the reason I say plus is because 100 is my minimum. I do not get less than 100 grams of protein, and I make that very easy, you guys. We talked about this yesterday. So my goal, of course, you know how they say, oh, you want to get a gram of protein per pound of body fat, right? I'm 142 pounds. So, of course, my goal is like to keep it all the way trill is 150 grams of protein, right? And I know that a lot of people are like, that is so hard to do. Not for me. Not for me. Because you know why? I implement at 12 p.m. I break my fast with a protein nutrient shake that has 110 grams of protein in it off top. So I'm getting my minimum, my floor minimum, I'm getting that in that first shake that I do not deviate from, that I drink every single day. It is not non-negotiable. Non-negotiable, okay? So 100 grams of protein is already done down the hatch. I don't even got to think about it. So my one meal can be anything that I want. So if I'm saying I'm going to hit that 50 grams of protein today, I can hit that 50 grams easy because I only need 50 in that one meal, right? Or I don't. Maybe I get 15 grams of protein in that meal. Okay, so total I have 125 for the day. I'm winning. I'm winning because for me, my body, this is where you guys have to listen to your bodies and also lock in and stick with something. That's the thing. Stick with something. That's why I say repetition is his queen, consistency's queen, because it makes consistency easy. Also, it also makes it so you can actually do your homework on yourself and see the results. If you stick with something like I have for 1 year, you're gonna know whether or not this thing works. It's been a year, right? But the problem is we bounce around from thing to thing. Okay, I don't want to get off tangent, but we bounce around from thing to thing to thing, so we never know what truly works. We never actually get to see what works. So we have to stick to it, right? And the only way to stick to it, for me anyway, is to make it repetitious. Repetition is like, whoo, that is the wellness secret right there. That's the wellness secret. So again, I drink the same freaking shake every single day. I lock in those 100 grams right there. So I get my minimum no matter what, hands down, every single day. The only day that I don't do that is Saturday. Sexy Saturday. I do not consider protein and whey shakes and all of that. I don't consider it sexy. I don't. I consider it a necessity. I consider it necessary to attain the results and to all the benefits that I'm going to get from that. Yes. But on Sexy Saturday, on my 1 day off, I work 6 days a week. On that 1 day off, I'm doing whatever sexy is for me for that day, whatever I come up with, because sexy is a state of mind. Okay. It's action, it's choice, it's all those things. I don't play around about that. So I do give myself 1 day of the week where fasting and all these things are out of the freaking window, okay? Because I keep it sexy. I keep it sexy. That's all I can say, I keep it sexy. I gotta have that for myself. So yes, but other than that, 6 days a week, I'm locked in. I'm locked in on my pre-workout cocktail. I'm locked in on my 2 lifts a day. I'm locked in on my 60-minute fat loss walk, you guys. My goal is 60 minutes. You know what my minimum is for the day? And this is for the day. It's 60 minutes for the day. And the reason I say the day is just in case I can't get it in the morning because life get to lifing, right? Because it happens. It happens, right? So as long as I get that 60 minutes in the day, so I have the morning, and if I can't do it in the morning, then I'm going to do it in the evening. I don't like putting stuff into my schedule in the evening because like I told you guys, by the time I get home, it's around 5 o'clock. I go to bed at 8:30. I only got 3.5 hours to freaking wind down, to take my shower, to drink my sleepy collagen tea, to write in my journal, to read my scripture, So I don't want to add more things. So my goal is 60 minutes in the morning. My minimum for the day is 30 minutes. Who doesn't have 30 minutes, right? I can do that in a parking lot. I can do that when I'm delivering my packages and just pause for a second and hop my butt out in a Safeway parking lot and bust a couple laps. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get in that 30-minute intentional movement, and we're gonna do a video on that. It's probably gonna be the video we do tomorrow, is intentional movement, because it's important. But yeah, I'm gonna get in that because I'm big on that. I do believe that we need to get in intentional movement. So my 2 lifts a day, I consider that intentional movement. And my fat loss walk, I consider intentional movement. I love to get in intentional movement, you guys. So that's very important. But again, 60 minutes is the goal, 30 minutes is the minimum. Who doesn't have 30 minutes? Just like my 2 lifts a day. My 2 lifts a day, my minimum for 2 lifts a day is to at least get in 1 lift. That would be about 15 minutes, right? Who doesn't have 15 minutes? You have 15 minutes. But to be honest with you guys, in that challenge, I call them challenges, because then when you hit your goal, you know, you've met that challenge. So you're still challenging yourself, because you always know you have your minimum, right? You know that whatever your goal is, there is a minimum. Right? You know you can do that on those days when life is life, or those days when you're just not feeling it, or those days when life is great and you are, you're just having a good time and you don't have time for it. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be, right? You know that if you at least hit that minimum, the consistency is there as far as you getting it done, instead of just saying, oh, I didn't reach my, like for instance, my step goal. My step goal is 12,000 steps. My minimum is 6,000 steps. Not my minimum is 10,000 steps. I cut it in half, because I've done my research, and 6,000 or more steps a day is effective for wellness. Do your research, right? So my minimum is the 6,000. It's the 6,000. So if I get in the 60-minute fat loss walk on top of the NEAT, the walking that I get just from what I do all day, and I'm a delivery driver, so I do get in quite a bit of steps, I'm always well over the 12,000, always. But if I get in that minimum of 30 minutes, then sometimes, I'm around 8,000. So have I met my minimum for the day? If I left it at the 8, yes. Yes. So if I only get in 30 minutes in the morning, instead of my 60-minute walk, I only get in 30 minutes, and let's say throughout the rest of the day, I just have my regular day, I'm going to hit about 8,000 steps, and that is perfectly A-okay with me. Now, there are times when I'll come in and I'm like, you know what? I'm about to watch my shows anyway. I'm a Real Housewives head. So, why not? I get my butt on this walking pad that's behind me, you guys. I turn on my show and get that second 30 minutes in. I get that second 30 minutes in. I didn't get it in the morning like I wanted to, but I'm still going to get it in. That's where the challenge comes in. That's when you say to yourself, okay, I got my minimum in, but let me challenge myself and hit this goal today. Okay? So movement is definitely one. Steps are one. Fasting, like we talked about that. Scripture. Remember I said wellness is mind, body, and spirit. So you guys, my goal every day is to read 3 chapters of the Bible. I'm in the book of Acts right now. Okay? It's getting deep. It's getting good, y'all. It's getting good. I started in the New Testament, and I'm in the book of Acts now. So 3 chapters a day. I just love the number 3. I have my reasons for that. We'll talk about it. We will talk about it. You guys will get to know me personally too. I'm going to do not just like always talk wellness. I'm going to do some videos that you will get to know me personally. Like I said, I do have a testimony to share. So there's a lot of topics that I want to touch on that I feel like I can help somebody else get through, or in that area if you are struggling. Okay. So yeah, my goal is 3 chapters a day, you guys, but my minimum is 1. My minimum is that I read at least a chapter of the Word a day, because I need to armor up. I have to armor up. And the Word, I don't know if you guys, if you're a Christian, you know. If you know, you know. That is our armor, The Word of God is our armor. So I don't like slacking on that, and that's 7 days a week. That's every single day. So 3 chapters is the goal. 1 chapter is my minimum, so that is a goal. It's in my book. I put scripture, and I write down what book I'm in, and I write down how many chapters I read. Like right now, like last night, I read Acts chapter 21. I only read 1 chapter because I ended up being on the phone with my daughter, having a great conversation, got caught up. Life was lifing. Remember I said sometimes life is lifing in a great way. And I'm not going to say, hey daughter, I'm not going to continue this conversation with you because I have to make sure my rule, I gotta read 3 chapters every day. It's a rule. We don't do rules, remember? We don't do rules. So what I do, okay, I got off that phone. I made sure I timed it to where I had at least 15 minutes, because it doesn't take me 15 minutes to read 1 chapter of the Bible. So I knew, okay, baby, it's pushing a certain time. I got to go. That's where I did cut the conversation a little short. and I got in that one chapter of the Bible, right? So that's another goal of mine. And then of course meditation. I told you guys that. So meditation, for that, my goal is to journal my day. As you can see, meditation has a whole slot right here. Sometimes I go into the next page, just however much I want to talk, pray, write, think out loud. That's what I do right here, right? So my goal is to meditate every single day. It doesn't matter when in the day either, whenever I pick up this book. But my minimum is to I have to get something on paper. So there are days where life is lifing. We talked about that. You guys, I can have a heavy load at work. Things are going on in my personal life with my kids, or something, right? I have 7 children, by the way. So yeah, things are always going on with the kids, right? So they're grown now. I only have my 2 boys left in the house, 16 and 17. So life is it's a little easier in that area, but I still grown. It doesn't matter. If you have kids, they're grown, but they're your big babies. Okay, so yeah, so. My goal sometimes is to just I have to write something. I don't care if I just say, good night, Tiff. Today was an amazing, productive day. Good night, world. I could put, thank you, Jesus, for this day. Thank you for my children. Thank you for your angels that cap around by it and keep me safe. Thank you that you keep me in that secret place away from all harm and danger. Thank you. And then good night. You can't write a sentence before you go to bed. You can. And I just hold myself accountable to that, you guys, because that is my time to get how I'm feeling out of me. Because sometimes we have to do that. We need to get our spirit, release some of it. You know what I mean? And get it on paper is the best way. For me, anyways, I love to write. I've always been big on writing. I was always really, really good in high school and college and English, you guys. I love to talk, as you can see. I can talk all day long. So I get those thoughts because my mind never stops going. I get them on paper, okay? And that's not a chore to me. I love doing that, actually. But there are days when I literally write a sentence. Good night, Tiffany. So proud of you. You had an amazing, productive day. Something. Write down what you're grateful for. 5 things or something. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Get something down on paper, right? That is my minimum. So, you guys, let's see where we're at. Oh, God. We're over time. It's 31 minutes. Okay, because we got to get in this living room and get in these 2 lifts. Remember, that's we don't play around about these lifts, and I'm going to share one of them with you guys. Today is going to be good. I'm doing deadlift today, you guys, and I'm doing sumo squat, and the one that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is the deadlift today. Okay. So we don't play around about our list, our movement, you guys, it is what it is on that. So yeah, so I think this was a good conversation. We're going to talk about this more, you guys. Remember, throw out the rules. And when I say rules, it's those things that you have set for yourself that you make it a very concrete statement. I walk 10,000 steps a day. I only eat 1 meal a day, nothing else. I only eat in this specific window, throw that stuff out, because then what happens when you don't do it? You feel like a failure, right? Because what I do when I hit all of these goals for the day at the end of the night, when I journal everything, I put stars next to everything. My water. Oh, we didn't talk about water. Let me just touch on that real fast. So my goal, you guys know I don't play around about this black tumbler. I have my 1 packet of Element Mango Habanero Element electrolyte powder in here, you guys. I fill it up with ice and water. I drink 2 of these a day. Goal is 80 ounces. Half of my body weight would make me need 70 ounces, right? Because I'm 142 pounds. So 70 ounces, I go for 80. So I drink 2 of these a day. That is the goal. And sometimes I do 3. And 3 is that beautiful gallon, 40 times 3, okay, that everybody always bragging about. Sometimes I will challenge myself and hit that 3, or I'm just thirstier that day. But 2 is the goal. Guess what my minimum is? 1. I don't care. 40 ounces. I have to at least get 40 freaking ounces in. So that's 1 tumbler. Suck it down. I usually get my first tumbler in, you guys, with these 2 lifts and this walk. Okay, so it's easy to get that first tumbler in anyway. And then the second one, I'm just drinking throughout the day. So it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I told you guys we keep it simple over here. So I had to throw that in there real quick. But yeah, so again, we don't do rules. We throw those out, because the way we stay consistent in this thing, so that we are giving our body what we need daily, and we're not starting over and over and over and over again, always starting over. That's great. I mean, it shows that you're not a quitter, But why have to mentally put yourself through that? Let's just make it simple. Make it simple, you guys. Make it simple, make it simple, make it simple. I'm going to drill that into your head. Okay, you guys, I love you. We're going to get in this living room. We're going to get in these 2 lifts, you guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. It's payday for me, so it's really good, really good. I love money, you guys. I love wellness, and I love my money. That's why I got to get in here so I can get out in these streets, you guys, and get these packages delivered to y'all, okay? Because y'all don't be playing about your damn packages. You really don't. Okay, so I love you guys. Let's get in this living room and get this lift in. I will tap back in with you guys tomorrow morning for another 6 a.m. morning wellness chat. Love you guys. Mwah.